Hi students, in this class let's see the example 1.3. Two small sized identical equally charged sphere each having mass 1 gram are hanging in equilibrium as shown in the figure. So two masses of 1 gram having charges hanging like this. The length of each string is 10 centimeter and the angle theta is 30 degree. So here theta is the angle between along that vertical direction and the string. So that angle is 30 degree and the length of string is given is 10 centimeter. Calculate the magnitude of charge in each sphere. So now we are gonna calculate Q. Here G is a given value is 10 meter per second square. Okay, let's see the solution. Okay, the solution is now for this expression. Solution example 1.3. Okay, here we have two sphere. Okay, so two sphere are hanging like this from the suspender. Two sphere. We know that the sphere having mass 1 gram. So that is our given data. 1 gram. Okay. The mass of 1 gram having a positive charges. Here we know that same kind of charges. Okay. The length of the sphere is L. The distance between the vertical axis from the center, it's taken as A. And the charge of the sphere is taken as Q. Okay. In the question, they have given two small sized identical equally charged sphere. So here also charge is Q. Both having equal distance A. Now we are going to see the another exceptional case. Here two spheres having charge. If they are uncharged, which means neutral, the sphere are like this in this position. Two spheres are in this position because that angle is 0. Here the angle is theta equal to, theta is given is 30 degree, but if it is neutral, the angle is theta equal to 0 degree. Okay, yes. Now I am going to draw the free body diagram. Okay, so in a free body diagram, I am taking this charge as a point. Okay, consider this charge. Okay, the charge which is present in our left side, I am going to take the charge plus Q. In a free body diagram, we have to mention its forces. So this is the length of the string. So along that length, tension will act. Okay, the tension here we have an angle theta. So the equal angle is along this direction. Along this direction, this tension is resolved into two components. Where the angle makes, that angle is taken as cos theta. So the T is resolved into two components. Here T cos theta and this one is T sin theta. Next, due to that gravity, the gravitational force act on the mass. So the gravitational force is mg. Since it is a positive charge, due to this charge, it experiences repulsive force. The force of repulsion due to the electrostatic force, the force acts along this direction. So by taking that Cartesian coordinates x and y, okay, we have these forces. Here I am gonna use Newton's second law. Okay, in that x direction, acceleration of charge in sphere is 0. Why? Because due to this repulsion, the sphere is balanced. So there is no extra acceleration. Okay. So using Newton's second law, what is Newton's second law? Force is equal to mass into acceleration. So F total, the total force is equal to mass into acceleration. The direction of force is along the direction of acceleration. So that is our F total is equal to ma. Now the tension acts along, the tension in the x-axis T sin theta along that x direction. So I am using I cap. For x it is I, for y it is j, for z it is k. Clear? Next, this sin theta is balanced by fe vector. So fe vector acts along negative x direction. Okay, consider this is the origin, this is positive x and this is negative x. So minus fe I cap. For negative x direction I am going to use minus. Okay, this force is balanced, so there is no net force along this direction. In x-axis net force is balanced. So the same procedure I have to follow. T cos theta j cap which is equal to mg j cap. This term comes to this side. Again jj getting cancelled. So T cos theta is equal to mg. So this is another equation. So consider this is our first equation and this is our second equation. Okay, next equation, 1 divided by 2. I am going to divide two equation. What I get? T sin theta is equal divided by T cos theta. Along that left direction we have T sin theta by T cos theta. Here fe by mg. What is that? fe by mg. T getting cancelled. Sin theta by cos theta. So sin theta by cos theta is known as tan theta. So tan theta is equal to fe by mg. Next, we know that here the sphere is charged. It experiences electrostatic forces. So the magnitude of electrostatic force Fe. Here I am going to use magnitude of electrostatic force. So I don't want to the vector symbol. Fe is equal to kq square by r square. Clear? What is the formula for Coulomb force? 1 by 4 epsilon naught, which is k, q1, q2. Here two charges are equal, which means q1 is equal to q2. It's written as q. So q1, q2, instead of q1, q2 I am going to use q and r square. Okay, k is equal to, we know that 1 by 4 by epsilon naught, which is nothing but 9 10 power 9. Here it is not needed. Okay, that is our Fe. So for Fe I am going to use this. Okay, next tan theta. I am going to need tan theta. Tan theta is equal to, for Fe I am use k q squared by r square. Okay, into mg. Then what is r? R is the distance between two charges, that is this distance. This is our r. Here r is nothing but 2a. Okay, r is nothing but 2a. Then what is a? Let's take this triangle. Okay, from this triangle what I get? This is my a. Here we have charge, don't consider this, and this is our L. Here we have theta. Okay, then a is the opposite side of theta. So I am going to use sin theta. Sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, that is a by L. Then what is a? L sin theta. Then 2L sin theta, that is nothing but our r. Okay, that is nothing but our r. Next, I am going to use this into this equation. Then tan theta is equal to k q square by mg. For r, instead of r I am going to use 2L sin theta squared. Okay, next, what is our aim? To find the charge. So I need charge q. Consider this equation. In this equation I write q squared is equal to, taking q squared only this side, other terms comes to this side. So we have tan theta into mg 2L sin theta squared by K. Okay, so this is our Q square. I want Q. So if we need Q, taking this term as square root. So what is our Q? Q is equal to square root of tan theta into mg 2L sin theta 2L sin theta whole square by K. I get this. From this, I get this. I'm just simply taking the square root. Okay. Our next step is we can take this term from the square root because here we have square. So here it is square. So 2L sin theta can be taken out from root. Then we have square root of mg tan theta by K. Then 2 into 0.1, that is our L, which is given 0.1, and sine, what is our theta? 30 degree, into square root of, what is our M? 1 gram. 1 gram can be written as 10 power minus 3 kilogram. So instead of that, we can use 10 power minus 3 into, then G is given 10 into tan, what is our theta? 30 divided by K, 9 into 10 power 9. Okay. By doing mathematical manipulation, I got 8.01 into 10 power minus 8 coulomb. You can take logarithm also. So the answer is Q can be expressed in terms of nanocoulomb, microcoulomb like this. So I'm going to take G as nanocoulomb. For nano, that is, here we should have 10 power minus 9. So we want 10 power minus 9. So I am going to use 10 power, here we have minus 8, 10 multiple by 10 and divided by 10. So here 10 power plus 1 and 10 power minus 1, multiple and divided by 10. So which can be written as 10 power plus 1 and minus 1. So the value won't change into coulomb. Okay. So for this, 10 power minus 8 and minus 1 can be written as 10 power minus 9. And 8.01 and 2, 8.01 and 2 0 can be written as 80.1. So my Q value is, this is my Q value, 80.1 into 10 power minus 9, which can be written as 80.1 nanocoulomb. So students, this is our answer. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you students. Next class we will discuss about another example.